Hey Flosstube, welcome back to Basic Stitches. I'm Jordan, and on Instagram you can find me at Little Stitch Girl Designs.
And I'm Jamie, and on Instagram you can find me as Jamie X Stitch.
This week we wanted to do a few shout outs to Michelle Garrette, Bendy Stitchy, and to Ginger Gerald Stitcher.
Yeah, I loved their year in review that they did together, and the first half is on Michelle's page, or on her channel, and then the second half of the year in review is on Ginger Gerald's, and it was a really fun one to watch. Plus, I like to watch both of their stitch alongs, not stitch alongs, what is it?
The Saturday Off the Grid after party and the Sunday brunch.
Off the Grid Sunday brunch, yeah. They're fun. Just turn them on and stitch along with them. That's what I meant by stitch along, is I stitch while they stitch.
I don't really get to do that because I usually have PJ Masks playing instead while the kids are watching it. A couple videos ago, I think it was on our third video, Katie Carmody asked how I was setting up the Alice project, the Brooks books, and the size of my fabric and everything, and how we figured it. So I have the layout of how I'm setting them up, and I printed it off, but there's stuff on top of the paper. So I have it all set up in which order I'm doing them. So I did the 4 main characters in the middle row, Alice, the Hatter, the Cheshire Cat, and the White Rabbit, and then did some of the more secondary characters at the top, which is the Caterpillar, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the March Hare, and the Dormouse. And then I did all the royalty at the bottom, which is the White Queen, the Card, the Queen of Hearts, and the Duchess. And then the tallest one is 122 stitches tall. They're all 70 wide, and then the tallest is 122 tall. So she, because this was a birthday present for me, calculated 130 stitches in height for 3 rows, and so it's on 16 count fabric, so the fabric is 24 by 30, I believe, for the 3-inch border on every side. And then
so is I calculated the 130, so off the tallest one it would give what, the 8-inch stitch,
yeah, the little
gap in between the rows.
Exactly.
But then all the rows technically will end up being all the same width.
That way because they all have the same like bottom that is easy to match up, but that way those are all evenly spaced. But I started Tweedledee and Tweedledum this week. Not super far. I've got the whole bottom done. I just have one more color in the grass, and then I get to start on their shoes.
That's awesome.
That's my nighttime after the kids have gone to bed project, because it's so big, and I have it on a stand that takes up like a whole couch, it feels like. So I haven't made as much progress on it because I have only worked on it while my kids have been asleep.
Do you want to do your finishes?
Yeah.
She had some awesome
Speaking
finishes.
of my kids, sorry. I finished just in time for Christmas, Anna, and I love her so much.
She is so sweet. She's so cute.
All the designs on her dress, and I have raved about these hands, but I just love them. And then
I like her eyes too.
Yeah, her eyes are fun. They were embroidery floss DMC. I don't remember the colors I used. White and black and a shade of blue. And then her cloak comes off. It's just tied on right now. My daughter actually doesn't like it on. She takes it off most of the time. So then she looks like that. Her hair took forever. I showed it in our last video. There was a ton of hair. And then she has the white streak from where she got frozen by Elsa, which my daughter likes to tell everyone how she got frozen by Elsa. And then not before Christmas, but just after, while we were at my in-laws, I finished Batman.
And he's so cute.
Both of these patterns are made by Mary on Ravelry. And I actually changed his pattern a lot because his cloak or his hood is supposed to be removable and he's supposed to have like a face and hair underneath. And
it had holes for the eyes to see
it
through.
didn't have holes. It had like a white thing over the eyes.
Oh, that's right. So they were just solid white.
Because that's more what Batman generally looks like.
Yeah.
But I love the eyes, and so I wanted to keep the eyes, but I wanted to be really, I don't want to say lazy, but I didn't want to make the hat removable because that was going to take more work and I was trying to get it done in time for Christmas. So I just put the eyes over, and then he has a nose, but you can't really see it very well over the black. And after I finished him, all of my my brother-in-law and sister-in-laws were all like, oh my gosh, he looks like he could be right off of PJ Masks. It's like the PJ Masks version of Batman, which is the show that my kids are currently obsessed with. So now they all want me to make the 3 PJ Masks in this style. So we'll see if that happens. I don't know, but
they're big projects.
Yeah, they're big.
His hands, I never saw his hands in the black.
Yeah, that was the biggest reason that he didn't get done in time for Christmas, is that his hands were just going to be a pain. Other than that, he was pretty much done.
Just because of crocheting with the dark, you said, right?
Yeah, crocheting with black yarn, for anyone who crochets knows it's really difficult. I've heard it compared to cross-stitching on black fabric. It's hard to see the holes and stuff. But his gloves are done, and I don't have to do them anymore. Even if I do the PJ Masks characters, they're
right.
Green, blue, and red, so it won't be as big of a deal. But those are my finishes.
And I have 2 finishes. I have, which I thought I was prepared. I finished this one in December. It was the day after Christmas, though. Christmas time, way too busy. So it's the Holy Night Snapshot by Pine Mountain. And Sandra Workman is the lady that did the artwork. And I did it on the 16 count lamb's wool Ada. It called for the Lugana, but I just like stitching on Ada. But that is my finish. The only thing I substituted was the blue on Mary. And it called for hand-dyed well, and I did it all in DMC. I didn't do any of the hand-dyed. I converted it over. And I can't remember the color I used, but it was close to what was in the picture. Maybe slightly brighter. But I liked it. So I went with that.
It looks so pretty. I love the little sheeps.
Yeah, you know, every time I did something, I liked it even more. So even up in this little corner up here, I don't know, this little white one, it's a little angel. It's so cute. And yeah, the sheeps are adorable, and I don't know. I had fun. Every block was like a little finish, and it was great. I loved it.
I had no back stitching, so it was just done.
I know. I love that. And then my next finish, I started this. When did I start it? Do you remember, Jordan?
Was it 2 days after you finished that one?
No, I think it was the very next night. So on the 27th, I did. I have a little calendar book my husband gave me. And I'm keeping track of when I start things and finish things, because I'm really bad with dates and timelines. But so I started it on the 27th, and this one is A Year in Chalk by Hands On Design, January. I'm sure we've all seen it. And I finished it. I was going for a finish on New Year's. Oh, you're bending it. On New Year's Day. No. New Year's Eve, because I worked on it all day New Year's Eve, and I ended up finishing it at 12:55. I was up late, you know, it was New Year's Eve. But
that means that counts toward her finish for her Stitch for Stash.
Yes, that is my first finish of the year, technically, even though most of it was done last year. I did finish it. And I wasn't going for a new finish in 18. I was trying to have a last finish of 17. So, but it worked out just fine. So
that was a start and a finish.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And then we've both started the...
Well, here's the pattern.
Forest Snowfall.
I'm sure you've seen it.
That Priscilla and Chelsea are doing the stitch along for, the Sal.
The Country Cottage Needleworks, and we're doing it on the 16 count Touch of Grey by Witchelt. And
I converted all of my colors over from Classic Colorworks to Weeks Dye Works because I needed the color fast because I have 2 kids.
And so. I did not. I just did the Classic Colorworks, but we did change the brown as well. Yeah. Do you want to hold yours up too?
You can show yours first.
Oh. Okay. So I didn't like the little house brown that was in the trees.
Which is also the color of the bunny.
And the roof, yeah. I left it for the bunny, but we changed the brown in the tree, which will also be the roof of the house, to a Weeks Dye Works. Do you remember the name?
It's Tatanka?
Yeah.
I don't know how you say it, but it's, yeah.
So, but I liked that much better.
So you can see on my roof, it's the Tatanka color. We also changed the blue to a darker blue.
Mine's called Blue Corn.
Yeah. And mine is called Twilight. And then my green is Collards. And then the white is just DMC White Blanc. But I don't have as much progress because I've been working on crocheting too. And I was at my in-laws for the 27th through the 31st is when we came home, and so I didn't have as much time to work on Stitchy stuff. So I actually didn't start this until I got home.
So you've done pretty well then. You've come a long ways for that.
That's my nap time project.
After I finished the Let It Snow, the hands-on design year in chalk, I then started, well, and this was a January 1 start because I'm doing the stitch along that's on the Little House Needleworks, Country Cottage Needleworks Facebook page, and it says the stitch along that Vonna put up. And so you either choose one of the series. Well, she has an ornament one too, where you can do an ornament every month. But I'm doing the series, and the series I've chose is the Hometown Holiday, and the one I'm starting with is Grandma's House by Little House Needlework. And the fabric I'm doing it on is the Country French Cafe Mocha, 16 count, and that is as far as I've got.
I like the little red windows.
Yeah, but that was just the 1 day's worth of work, and
that's a lot for 1 day.
Yeah, I should have it done this month though. That's my goal. I did say that, and it's still how I believe, I'm going to stitch what I want when I want, but I do still have some series that I'm going to work on this year. It just depends on when I feel like working on them. So this one is the stitch long, this series. So hopefully I will do one a month, but I'll just choose whichever one I want. I have no particular order. Do them as I want. And even during that month that I'm stitching on them, if I don't feel like stitching on that one that day, I'll stitch on something else that day. But so the series I'm going to work on this year are the Hello Seasons, which is this one. And that's a design by Little Stitch Girl, formerly of Crafts by the Nickel. That's why it says that on that page. But right now I'm working on the Winter, which is this one. I've shown it before, and I actually don't have any progress on this one since last time I showed it, so here's a quick little reminder. And it's on the 18 count opalescent white Ada. I don't think you can see the sparkle, but that's okay. So I'm going to continue that series. I have autumn done, winter I hope will be done this month. And then I'm going to start right on to spring so that hopefully I have it done and ready to go when it's time to put it up for spring. The year in chalk, I showed you the January. I'm going to continue that series. the Snapshot series, which is like the nativity one, by Pine Mountain, and then the Hometown Holiday. Those are what I'm going to work on. And along in there somewhere, hopefully some of my secret project. I haven't been working on that. It's a huge project, and I've really been enjoying working on these smaller projects, the little handheld ones versus...
You get finishes so much more quickly.
My secret one is on my 24-inch wide almanac quantum frame, and which I love, by the way. They are amazing frames. But I like the start and finish. I like the whole process. But I need some finishes besides just working on the secret stitch.
But then as we were setting up, she was looking through her projects that she has, and she says, oh, I want to work on my Haid that I have, so.
Well, I have like 5 Haid patterns, but the one I really would like to work on is, and I haven't started it at all, I haven't even kitted it up, is 4 Seasons. I just think it's a beautiful artwork. I just really like it. So, anyway, I haven't ever done a Haid. So that's one hopefully I'll start with. Did you want to show your haul? I didn't have any haul.
Oh,
Surprisingly, I am doing Stitch with Stash because I got my finish. I gave myself $2 for the Let It Snow, the Year in Chalk. So now I'm at $27 I can spend this month. I'm
not. I'm now at $2.50 for the rest of the month.
Oh, no. I'm $24.44 because I bought the thread. I spent $2.66. I need to subtract. I bought a fancy floss for the roof.
I was going to show everyone the really cool spreadsheet that my husband made for me, but it's on my phone and we're using my phone to video, so I'll show that probably a different week. But he made a spreadsheet for me while I took a nap one day, and so I can just put in the numbers, and it adds and subtracts and does everything for me.
Well, and it carries over from month to month,
and it carries over and has like the balance that's left this month for the next month, and so math's not my strong suit, so he sure helped me out there, and I think he was a little excited to restrict me to a budget and make it all cutesy. This week, I don't know where those went. I finally got this pattern. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's Country Cottage Needleworks. We are both going to stitch this one on this gray polka dot fabric. Is this linen or Ada?
Linen.
It's
linen. It has the slubs in it.
Yeah. So we are thinking we might change out some of the colors from being like the brown tones to being gray.
Just leaving the gingerbread will obviously be brown.
Yeah.
But it's the most wonderful time.
Just dropped that. So
maybe doing it like a gray instead of the brown, just to, I don't know, we both just liked the gray coloring versus the brown.
I'm not huge on the brown tones. I mean, you can see that most of the projects I've shown have been on either white or gray toned Ada, so that's just more my style.
Yeah. Well, I think your Alice one, the reason I saw someone else stitching it, and I wish I remembered this, I gave it to her over a year ago. It was last March, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like a year and a half ago. Almost 2 years ago.
Did I give it to you 2 years ago?
I think so.
What was last year?
I don't know.
Oh, well. Anyway, so it's a while ago. But I've seen it, I think it called for a blue fabric, didn't it? Like a denim blue? I can't remember. But I had saw someone else stitching it on the gray, and the colors just really popped on the gray. They really showed up so well.
Recommended fabric is 28 count denim Jobelin, stitched over 2.
See, I kind of have a memory.
I have it in black and white printed there. That's what Tweedledee and Tweedledum will look like eventually, but in color.
But when I saw another stitcher on Instagram, she was stitching it on the gray, and I knew I was ordering these charts for Jordan, and getting it all kitted up and stuff for her birthday, I kind of helped choose the gray for that one just because I loved how the colors just really stood out on the gray so well.
And they do. They pop so much.
So.
And then my other haul is these crochet hooks. They're just the ergonomic because my carpal tunnel hates when I crochet very much. Or cross stitch very much, to be perfectly honest. I have to sleep with braces on my hands to not wake up with them completely numb. But they're the F and G, which are the sizes that I use most for...
That sounded funny.
F and G.
Sorry.
She's mature, guys. But they're the sizes I use most when I'm crocheting my dolls, so I can start working on my doll patterns, because I used to have those listed and then have wanted to rewrite them and revamp them a little bit. Okay. Speaking of my mom's sense of humor, so
what are you gonna say? I'm scared.
When we started for a Snowfall.
Oh my gosh.
And she posted this on her Instagram.
And it was just a funny moment.
But she got to the point that she had started the and then had F. And so it just said the F.
I thought it was funny.
So then we were playing games with some friends while I was working on it. I think we were playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's okay. We're super nerdy. Which will remind me to tell you about the rest of my haul because I'm going to forget otherwise. But I was working on it and I'd done the, and then I'd done the F, and then I'd done the bottom part of the O. I just hadn't like closed the top. So I sent my mom a picture of the pho. And we're super mature and that's our sense of humor all the time.
It was funny. When I stitched it and I set it down on my lap or something, I just looked at it and it said the F and I was like, that's funny.
My other haul, which I don't have a picture of, is the Legendary Creatures stitch along that Cloudsfactory is doing.
Oh, I forgot you got that.
Yeah. So I had asked for it for my husband for Christmas, but we had overspent on our budget for, well, I spent too much on him this Christmas, so he couldn't spend as much on me. But I ordered it with my budget this month, and the first pattern comes out on the 10th, and then they come out on the 1st of the month, every month following. And it's the alphabet, but it's with like legendary creatures.
One of the sample pictures.
The sample picture was Medusa for M. And because we play Dungeons and Dragons and we're super nerdy and everything, I was like, I have to do this. It fits perfectly. I haven't gotten anything for it, any of the floss or the fabric or anything. All I have is the pattern, and I don't think I'll be able to get anything for it until next month with my budget because the fabric is going to cost more than the $250 I have left. But
probably. You can only afford one floss.
Pretty much.
For the rest of the month. Without
I think
going in
it's
the red.
all in DMC. I can't remember if there are any fancy flosses.
You could go through your collection and pull the flosses you have.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm excited to start stitching it. It looks super fun.
That's cute. I also am very excited for the, what is it, Farmhouse Christmas?
The hands-on design?
No. Well, yeah. That Priscilla and Kathy Haberman are going to do a farm series this year. But for the, is it Little House Country or Needleworks or Country Cottage Needleworks that comes out later this month. I think on the 18th. I just texted you the picture.
And the lambs were so cute. I like
the truck. There was a little truck in the background.
Something
with the
about
barn.
cross-stitch sheep. They look so fluffy and cute. And
I am drawing a blank. I'm gonna grab my phone. We're so great. It's so graceful.
We're really put together. At least I got sleep last night. Some.
Let's see. We texted Farmhouse Christmas. I was right. The Little House Needleworks. So this is the picture I sent Jordan. I'll show it to you.
You should
and it's
up your brightness first.
Oh, don't be all technical.
It shows up better on the camera.
Oh, okay. So it feels really bright now. So this is actually a screenshot, Trisha 3 Owl Threads Facebook post, because you can pre-order them from her site.
Get it up close to the camera.
Okay.
Maybe.
See, I think it's too bright.
Maybe we'll turn down the brightness and see. It's fine. I pretend like I know technical stuff.
Well, now you shut the brightness off.
So anyway, I wanted to say
we're having fun.
Thanks to, I can't remember who it was exactly. It was
Your
like,
thumb is not working.
It was like Ginger Alexander, I think was your name. Yeah, that's perfect.
right where I had it to begin. Anyway, but those little sheep, and then if you can see back here, that little truck. Oh my goodness.
I hadn't even looked at that one, to be completely honest. I just looked at the sheep.
No, I'm excited. I'm not even like really big into farming. I mean, we do live in a farming community.
And
like,
it stinks a lot.
We have farms, we have dairies, and
my
cheese
middle school
plants,
was
and
right
all kinds of
across
things
the
all around
street from a dairy farm, and every morning it was like stepping onto a manure field.
It was a little ripe. My work is right by a cheese plant, and there's some days, oh my goodness. But anyway, so we do live in that community, but it hasn't been my type of decor. But oh my gosh, there's such cute things out there to decorate with. And then these patterns, I'm going to have to stitch them. And our snowstorm's finally here. I keep looking out the window because the snowstorm that's supposed to have been coming just showed up.
As I was driving here, it was so weird because like it was just raining a little bit. It's like a light sprinkle. But as I was driving, I would use my windshield wipers, and it was like freezing the snow to my windshield, or the water. So it was like coming down and hitting my windshield and freezing. So it wasn't like snow that I could just push off. I had to like stop and scrape my car like 4 times on the way here.
Lovely.
It was driving me nuts.
Okay, Jordan was going to add in
yeah, I have
photos.
a few other things.
Oh, photo and video of Lacey opening her Anna doll. We did pause for that at the beginning.
The sweetest thing. So
and she has a photo of her, and she's so excited, and it was so cute. You can tell how much she loves this doll.
My kids have been trained really well to just say cheese when they see the camera.
Even if they go cheese and they're looking over here, they'll still say cheese. It's funny.
But she was saying cheese, but she was so excited about it. It was adorable. So I'll insert that video and then the picture right here. I just wanted to say a quick word of warning. The next video that I'm about to put in of Lacey and Ben opening their presents, there's lots of wrapping paper, and the volume of the video is just a little bit louder, so if you're using headphones or anything, I just want to warn you ahead of time.
I wonder what's inside the box.
I don't know. What do you think it is?
Are you going to open your present? What are you trying to get to? We'll do him later. What do you have here? There's a box.
So what's inside it?
Oh.
Yes, open it. Open it.
Here, Lacey.
Okay.
Open it from this side. Pull the flaps up.
You can pull that up. Who is that?
It's Anna.
Did you get a new Anna doll?
Yeah.
That was cute. So I had a few other things Because I'm rebranding my whole shop, I decided to do a sale. I think I mentioned it last time, but today and tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, are the last days, and it's just 25% off of anything in my shop.
Which is a pretty good size amount off.
I'm also doing a giveaway on my Instagram, Little Stitch Girl Designs. I almost said Little House Needleworks. Wrong place. Little Stitch Girl Designs. There's a post that says it's time for a giveaway. If you go to there, follow me, like that, and comment. You can also tag any of your friends to get bonus entries, and I'll be drawing that Sunday night.
Like tomorrow night?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's the 7th, right?
Yep.
And I hadn't decided, but I thought about it, and I think I'm going to do a giveaway here on Flosstube, just for any single chart on my Etsy shop.
What do you want them to comment? No, don't comment giveaway.
Yeah, don't comment about the giveaway. Don't mention the giveaway. So we decided, this is related. We decided we were going to start doing like a week, not weekly, bi-weekly, because that's when we do our videos, but a question every video to just like spark up a conversation. So,
well, and it's kind of a get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, to build the community. So our question this week is, what are your New Year's resolutions? And do you think you'll stick to them? So we'll answer the questions, but then you answer. I'm like waving around my crochet hooks. Answer that in the questions, and don't mention giveaway, and we will
do a random
drawing and give it away next.
Well, the random number generator for the drawing.
Actually, my husband has written a program.
Actually.
My husband's a computer science major, and he just graduated. And he wrote a program to generate the winner's like username. So we got super nerdy into this.
Well, at least it's nice to have your husband involved.
Yeah. I'm trying to get him to help build me a website now, but
anyway, so what's your New Year's resolution?
I've decided to give up soda. I am a huge Diet Coke drinker, but Ginger Alexander asked in the last video if I was sick because I was pregnant. I'm not. We're hopefully done having kids, but I love my kids. I just don't want any more. But when I drink caffeine, I have flare-ups with my chronic illness. So I've decided I'm just going to stop drinking soda, even though Diet Coke's my favorite. So that's my health goal. And then my Stitchy goal is to have at least one finish a month.
So, I don't know. I'm not very good at setting New Year's resolutions. But stitching wise, just to continue on with the series that I've talked about, and hopefully have, by the end of the year, have all the projects done that I'm working on. I feel like there's a lot, and there's a lot more I want to start, so, but health-wise, I have been going to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. I'm going to be able to start going 5 times a week, like through the week, and just not on weekends, because the stuff that was stopping me on Tuesday nights is stopping, so I'll be able to go to the gym on Tuesday nights now. So to continue that, but then also to get like my diet in check, just make sure, not necessarily go on like a huge diet, just make healthier choices, smaller portions, all the basics, the small steps and choices that it takes to make lifestyle adjustments. That's the diet. I'm not big on the fad diets. For me, they last about a week, and I'm like, done.
That's better than me. They usually last about 5 minutes until I really want a chocolate bar.
Oh, well. Anyway, but so that's my health goal, and is just to make better choices as far as meals go. Now, my husband prepared dinner last night, I need to obviously get him on board with this.
They had homemade onion rings.
Yeah, they were really good, but definitely not on that health goal. Anyway, so those are my things, just to try to make healthier choices and hopefully, you know, make them part of a new lifestyle diet, so to speak, and then to stitch everything. Stitch all the stuff.
So answer that. Don't mention giveaway. Next video we'll announce whoever gets the free chart from me.
Do you know what chart you're giving, or?
No, it'll be a chart of your choice.
Oh, awesome.
Just any one. So like not a series. If you wanted like the Hello Season series, you could get one of those. It's any single chart. But
okay.
yeah,
That's
it'll
cool.
be of your choice. So is the one on my Instagram. That's also your choice.
Oh, so really, someone, if they sign up in both locations, can win too.
Technically, yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us today. If you're a return viewer, thanks for coming back for all of our silly randomness. And if you're new, I hope we did not scare you. No. Anyway, we appreciate y'all coming and watching and all of our stitching progress.
Oh, and I wanted to say, because I'm sure there'll be a comment, I'm just not wearing glasses because of the glare last time. It was obnoxious and I couldn't like look at the camera.
We're still trying to decide on a definite stitch video location.
Yeah, we've obviously changed. We're in Abby's bedroom right now.
Yeah. Where to find the best lighting and stuff. The kitchen, oh, it needs painted. It's yellow. It's a light yellow. It's called straw.
And it just sets up the lighting with the camera.
Yeah, it makes it really weird, and we have a yellow hue about us. So until I paint that room, which hopefully I'll get that done this year too.
New Year's resolution.
Then we're just experimenting with where we are, and the glare from the window just did not work with glasses.
So I still wear glasses. I'm just not for the glare.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.